Hey there, Leo. Welcome to Eyes to See Tarot. We're doing a freestyle spread for the upcoming month. So let's see what the cards have for you. I do freestyle tarot card reads, and I talk to my audience like I talk to my friends. So no use getting offended here. I'm just being real. Leo, what is going on? Baby. It seems like you're getting over regret, but you didn't work to process through it, or somebody in the reading. Not necessarily pointing fingers at you, but it is your reading. So there's somebody in this reading that is getting past or forgetting about a detrimental situation, a feeling of loss or some sort of upheaval, right? But instead of working through it, you just kind of sweep it under the rug arrogantly, just pushing it aside, not necessarily leading by example. This leads me to believe that there's a possibility that you're not even practicing what you preach. Like, do as I say, not as I do type of thing. You've been sitting on it for quite a while, this negative idea of this person or the situation, like polarized, like this is the way I see it, and that's the only way it is. Kind of like sitting with it and letting that thorn bury itself, right? Now, and it seems like your mind's made up, something is solidified. It's been that way so long that that's just what it is. That's the truth of the matter. And oddly enough, we're letting it transform us. We're going through this sort of change. Now, be it to guard against this happening again, this thing that we perceived it happening. It didn't necessarily happen that way. This whole reading is about maybe sweeping the truth under the rug and then exposing some sort of polarized lie, something that is not true. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put this deck up and see if we can get some clarifiers on it, because I kind of want to dig a little bit deeper. I want to see where it goes. Where does your road lead from here? Page of Swords in reverse. It's another card of falsified ideas or chasing your tail, um, not necessarily seeing things for what it is, but like going on your own accord, judging a book by its cover type of thing. Okay, tell me more about the Death card and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so here it says that you or whoever the reading is about will be seeing the truth in the upcoming, right? Sure, you can lie to yourself. Two of Swords in reverse, the Two of Pentacles in reverse, all these ideas of being overwhelmed or having different avenues, but still choosing yours, right? Uh, Seven of Swords in reverse. It's a card of maybe self-deception, right? Or putting away deception, depending on how it resonates with you. That's how that card's going to come through. We could have clearer eyes if it's not so close to home. So pay attention to your surroundings, what's happening around you. It's going to kind of shine a light on what happened back then, because you're still carrying that baggage. You're still carrying that thing that you think is buried. And I guarantee you, you know what I'm talking about. It might be freshly buried, might be something that you struggled hard, something that you saw negatively for quite a long time until you think you've gotten over it or gotten past it, but you didn't work through it. You didn't understand, or the person involved didn't understand what role they played to create said event. So that means that if you don't, even if you don't repeat it, sometimes we do tend to repeat lessons when it comes about like that. But even if you don't tend to repeat it in the flesh, you know, player one, you're going to get to see it happen or unfold around with people around you. You get a clearer idea. Maybe put the shoe on the other foot, right? There you go. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so this awakening or this exposure, right, to this event, change of heart, the awakening, Nine of Pentacles, it's going to put you in a state that is quite more independent. And I say that because some people tend to become dependent on the trauma or the thing that happened to them. They let that thing define them. They let that thing make decisions for them instead of standing on their own, understanding what part they played in it, and figuring out which way to go from there. The Nine of Pentacles, offering. This could be tangible, like an apology, especially with these two cards coming out kind of like right beside them, beside each other, one right after the other. See how the woman has her hands, right? It's like she's offering something. And even the fella that's standing, riding beside his horse instead of riding it. See, the horse you rode in on, I'm going to tend to see eye to eye with things like that. Maybe you had been causing some discomfort, or the person had been causing some discomfort with you, not understanding the reaction, right? Well, it always worked before. Why isn't it going to work now? And then when the thing crashes in around you, of course, it's all their fault. We forget to look at the role we play. I see Justice, the Lovers in reverse, Two of Pentacles in reverse again, and the King of Cups. This spread right here is telling me that maybe it was just time to focus on yourself. Like, get back to your roots, get back to yourself a little bit. With Justice here right beside the Lovers in reverse, that is kind of a blessing that y'all two aren't on the same page at this time, right? At this time. I'm not saying that later on in the future that you won't, like I said, comprehend the situation and understand it more for what it is. Have a little bit more compassion and understanding once the shoe is on the other foot, or vice versa. But with the Two of Pentacles coming out again, with the King of Cups right there, we're focusing more on not the love that didn't work out or the partnership that didn't work out, but we still have this emotion. We have this idea, this newfound idea for ourselves and the people around us that mirror us. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Cups. And there's that pain again. There's that pain. There's that regret. There's that replaying. So in the upcoming month, it looks like it's going to be kind of stop and go, kind of hit and miss. You know, you're gonna find your way through it a little bit. You're gonna have this nice, profound epiphany that's going to help you see a situation that you thought was long and buried in a different light, right? Kind of up close and personal. And maybe then Once you're not too busy denying the pain or denying the loss or denying the regret, you can properly work through it like it was intended to, instead of burying it. And there it is. There's the transformation. All right, Leo, that's pretty much all I got for you. If you want to look into somebody, I do. I'm going to look a little bit closer. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So the Wheel of Fortune in reverse here tells me that there's still some unfinished business with the party or the person. Now, what is the unfinished business? I mean, besides your work, your homework, the things you should be focused on. Tell me more about the person that Leo was involved with. They're releasing the burden at this time. They had been carrying a burden for quite some time. Guilt. It tends to weigh on us a little bit. They're not completely guilt-free or shame-free in this situation. That's not what Spirit's really worried about in your reading, though. In your reading, Spirit's worried about your transformation, right? What you learned from it. They, too, are pulling it up, forgetting about it, starting over again, starting fresh. So they're not trying to come back and knock on your door. They walked away, let the monkey off their back, and have opted to start fresh. There's that Two of Pentacles in reverse. Focusing on bright new beginnings, being fun, free, carefree. So yeah, that door's pretty much closed. But I have a feeling that if they do show back up in your life, you might have a brand new outlook on them, the situation, what happened, a little bit more compassion for it. It's a possibility that y'all will become very good friends, or at least learn to respect each other. Be able to tell stories, this one time. Well, Leo, that seems like all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and come back and see me sometime.